Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, our platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept Horoscope for today, Friday, July 13th of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me, and how are you doing? How are you feeling? That's the real question. Yes, we're coming off this new moon solar eclipse in Cancer opposed Pluto. Very intense, very dynamic, and we're still dealing with these energies. So this was us talking about a new emotional foundation and really establishing a higher sense of compassion for ourselves, a higher sense of sincerity for ourselves, and of course others. But of course this starts within, and really looking at the structure of our life and kind of where we're going. How do we see ourselves in the world, and realizing that it is changing, because we really have to dive deep on a soul level and really begin to feel out where we're going next. Where is our direction? What is our legacy? What is the legacy that we have left behind up into this current moment? And how does this need to change to reflect a higher spiritual nature? That's what this is all about. Now we're in between eclipses technically, and this is kind of interesting because we have a rare 3 eclipse season, because we have the lunar eclipse in Aquarius, which is huge, and then we have another new moon solar eclipse in Leo following. So it's going to be kind of interesting. We haven't had this, I think it's been like over 100 years or so. But as far as today, what's going on? Well, the moon will be shifting into Leo, so that's going to be nice. So while we have been super emotional and really trying to feel things out and try to understand, these deeper parts of ourselves, because we have to remember that this was, of course, trining over to Jupiter, which has just recently gone direct in Scorpio. So, what really turns us on? How do we really want to expand? What doors do we really want to open? And then we had the trine over to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which is really about our sense of spirituality. And how can we really connect to the divine by really going within? This is a time where it's like, the universe will, of course, show itself to you. The divine will, of course, show itself to you if you ask. But really, the first step you want to take, of course, is going within. And we also still have this grand Earth trine going on as well. With Uranus and Taurus, Saturn and Capricorn, and Venus, which is in Virgo. So definitely a lot of dynamic energies, and we're definitely are planting seeds, because this is Earth, right? And the Earth trine, we are planting seeds based off of this new emotional foundation that we're all coming into. The moon will be coming into Leo, and later on in the evening it will actually conjunct the North Node, opposed to the South Node and Mars. So this is really important because, the moon shifting into Leo is going to really begin to connect our emotions and our heart space. It's really going to begin to tap us into what does our heart want, what does our heart desire, what doors does our heart want to open, and really whether or not we can have that unconditional love for ourselves and really become that beacon of light and just shine brightly and radiate that love. I like to think that Leo loves love for love's sake. They just love love for love's sake, and when the moon shifts into the spot, we're really going to begin to feel that. And then when it conjuncts the North Node later on this evening, we're really going to be tapped into, and we're going to be tapped in emotionally to our destiny and where we're heading. Because the North Node represents kind of where the universe wants us to go. Right now it's at 5 degrees of Leo, so it's like, the interesting thing about 5 is that it's a completion point, but simultaneously a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But simultaneously, it's a completion point, right? But it's also at the same time a bridge, because we have 2 hands, right? It's kind of interesting, right? How they come together. So what we're doing here is actually we're bridging this new awareness. We're bridging these 2 aspects of ourselves that really need to be loved. The light and the dark, the good and the bad, male and female, divine masculine, divine feminine. So when the moon comes over this spot, we are going to, especially coming off this new moon, is now we are showing compassion for all aspects of ourselves and holding space to have unconditional love permeate all aspects of our being. This is what we're going to come into. Whether or not it's expressed will really be up to the individual. Whether or not the individual chooses to express their light or chooses to express their dark is really up to the individual. And the funny thing is that we all are going to express both, but it's whether or not you do so in a constructive and beneficial way. That's really what this is about. Because you can express your darkness, but you can also do it in a beneficial way. Instead of going out and attacking other people and telling other people that they are wrong, even though those other people are in their heart space and they're doing the best they can with their given circumstances, the better way to channel that would be through music or writing or dancing or something else. Even exercise can help to get out that frustration and to channel that darkness. So we all are learning how to integrate these aspects. This whole year, I feel, has been a divine lesson in radical trust, and it's also a lesson in integration and alchemy. So it's going to be a very powerful day. It's going to feel a little bit lighter than it was yesterday, where yesterday was rather emotional. A lot of you probably felt it, some essential symptoms. You probably have been tired, fatigued. Some of you probably cried a lot yesterday, and that's okay. You got to let it out. You got to release. You have to purge. So just know that when this moon comes into Leo today, that you really are being called to radiate love in every moment that you can. Interesting enough, the card that we actually have for today is the World card. And this card is turning into one of my favorite cards because whenever I pull this card, as you can see, she's holding a pearl, right? And pearls are representative of that Cancer energy, even though this is the card of Capricorn. And then the moon is right here too. It's interesting because whenever I pull this card, I think of the saying, the world is your oyster and you are the pearl. And this is about, not rushing things, because, Capricorn is a step-by-step energy, It's like you have to you can't rush right into this. This is a grand earth trine. So we are planting seeds and manifestation of abundance that's going to shift the world forever. But it's going to take time. So have compassion for yourself. Have sincerity for yourself. Hold space for yourself to grow. Because if you try and put too many deadlines and restrictions on you, you're not really want to grow into this. Pearls take time to manifest. They start off as tiny little grains of sand and they build up over time. In many ways, that's what this is. In fact, I really think that this new moon solar eclipse that we had is actually us becoming aware of the pearl that we actually are. Now it's about stepping into that evolution, stepping into that space, step by step, day by day. The world is your oyster, and you are the pearl. You are a shiny, beautiful, divine pearl. And we are all connected too. That's the cool thing about this pearl. It's like a pearl necklace. We are all connected in a beautiful, profound way. This is the revolution. This is the empathetic revolution. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and tap the bell to receive all the notifications I put out on this channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, my beautiful star children, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often. And I won't wait for you to let your mind